to delegitimize the media, Jessica. This media bias monitor is being produced at taxpayer expense. It's a featured part of the White House website, and it's about trying to tarnish and demean various news outlets.
Ladies and gentlemen, President Trump probably did one of the funniest things I have ever seen. This is something that the fake news media is absolutely losing their minds over. And, you almost want to feel bad for them at this point. They can't really catch a break, but actually, no, I don't feel sorry for them at all. They've earned every bit of what's coming their way. But take a look at this. White House names and shames biased news outlets and reporters with new website. And let me tell you, this site is absolutely hilarious. And honestly, this might be one of the funniest websites I've ever seen. But let's see just exactly why the White House created this website. And then we're going to look at some of the media reactions to this website because it's absolutely amazing. And then we're going to take a look at the website itself. But this is why it was created. The White House has declared war on fake news. Wait a second. I thought we declared war on fake news like 5-10 years ago. I guess, double down. By all means, double down. I won't stop you. By creating a website to identify instances where it claims media outlets are misrepresenting the facts with a hall of shame for repeated or egregious offenders. So right now, it looks like the website is specifically singling out the Boston Globe, CBS News, and The Independent as its inaugural, quote, media offenders of the week. And it looks like this is going to be a rotating lineup because let's be real. There's a new worst media outlet every single week. That's just the reality. Sure, most of them are pretty bad across the board, but every now and then, a few manage to rise above the rest. They are the cream of the crop. And then in addition to the media offenders of the week, they've also got the Hall of Shame, the worst of the worst, the biggest media offenders of all time. Further down on the website is its Offender Hall of Shame, which identifies the Washington Post, CBS News, CNN, and MSNBC, as well as a leaderboard, which the site labels a race to the bottom above a video showing the outlet's logos zooming from left to right in order. So this is hilarious, okay? And incredibly on point. I actually love the setup. You get the weekly offenders who screwed up just this week, and then you get the Hall of Shame. The ones who have earned their spot as the most biased, most dishonest outlets of your entire lifetime. It's a great setup. It's incredible. And it makes this whole thing even more entertaining. Now, let's take a look at some of the media reaction to this website. And really, it's exactly what you would expect. CNN is already in full-blown panic mode over this new tool exposing media bias yet again. Seriously, how much more can the media take? Trump has practically pounded them into the dirt at this point. Every time a reporter asks them a question, they look terrified because they know if they try even the slightest gotcha angle, he's going to drop the hammer right on them. And now, on top of everything else, he launches a website. It's incredible. But here, Brian Stelter practically spiraled out on air, repeating over and over that the real goal was to delegitimize the media. Bro, please give me a break. For decades, the media operated in this country with zero constraints. They could lie, mislead, manipulate, distort, and nobody held them accountable. Americans trusted these outlets. They trusted brands like CNN and MSNBC. People genuinely believed they were getting truthful information. And what did these outlets do with that trust? They abused it. They destroyed it. And the COVID years are a perfect example. Also, the entire Russia hoax. That's another example. So they torched their own credibility. Trump didn't do that to them. They did it to themselves. But like any professional gaslighter, they project, they blame Trump. They say that he is delegitimizing the media. Nope, they delegitimized themselves, and now they're furious. Someone is finally calling them out. And Brian Stelter here, Mr. Potato Head himself, completely lost it. This is really his worst nightmare. And honestly, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if one of his ears just fell out mid-broadcast like an actual Mr. Potato Head. But anyways, here's what Brian Stelter had to say.
The president has ramped up his attacks on journalists in recent weeks. This isn't a new strategy for him. We have seen this. What is this all about? Is this just about controlling the narrative?
To delegitimize the media. I would say it's to delegitimize the media, Jessica. This media bias monitor is being produced at taxpayer expense. It's a featured part of the White House website, and it's about trying to tarnish and demean various news outlets, as well as media outlets that have nothing to do with the news business. For example, one of the targets of this White House webpage is Whoopi Goldberg, the entertainer who co-hosts The View. So it's about targeting perceived liberals, perceived enemies, and as always, trying to attack the messenger. Look, the White House, like any other entity, it can go ahead and criticize the press. Criticism can be a good thing. But when I look at this particular media bias monitor, it seems mostly to be a way to delegitimize the press.
Okay, first of all, did Brian Stelter ever actually go through puberty? I mean, I genuinely wonder that every time I hear him talk on CNN. He sounds like a 9-year-old boy doing a book report. All right, I don't know. It's bizarre. But second of all, if you ask me, the White House knew exactly what it was doing when it launched this website. It wasn't because they wanted to delegitimize the media. They wanted this exact reaction because it's funny. The media completely freaks out, and in their panic, they start hurling wild, over-the-top accusations at Donald Trump, trying to paint him as every insane thing under the sun. Things everyone knows he's not. And honestly, that's what makes this tool so effective. It's not just that the website calls out media bias, which it does. It's that the media's reaction does more damage than the website ever could. They expose themselves. Their meltdown is so dramatic, so unhinged, so wildly disproportionate that regular people look at it and think, okay, these institutions have completely lost it. And that's the real takeaway. Their own behavior convinces the public that they have zero credibility left. Okay, finally, we are at the website. This is it right here. A beautiful website, by the way. We have the White House logo up on top. I mean, gorgeous dark blue coloring in bold letters, misleading, biased, exposed. And then it says media offender of the week. The Boston Globe exposed. CBS News exposed. The Independent exposed. And then, this is very interesting here. Let me zoom out a little bit. They have this video of the Seditious Six. This is on their main page, the top of the page. And I want you to watch this. This is incredible.
Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
Refuse illegal orders.
Come on, this is the greatest.
You must refuse illegal orders.
The president has never given an illegal order. These people know what they are doing.
Facts. Donald Trump has never given an illegal order ever. Okay, that, by the way, that video keeps playing even after you scroll down. So the web developer needs to fix that because I don't want that playing in the background as I'm reading the rest. But then it has all of these other outlets, CBS News, the Boston Globe, the Independent. And then it has the offense on the right. The media misrepresented President Trump's call for members of Congress to be held accountable for inciting sedition by saying that he called for their, quote, execution. Then it has the truth, the key points. And I think this is the best part of this of all. I mean, this is probably the greatest thing. They're categorizing these lies and these misrepresentations. They're categorizing them. Category, misrepresentation, omission of context. And they have the claim media misrepresents and exaggerates President Trump's calls for Democrat accountability. And if we scroll down, they have this section, the offender hall of shame. That would be the Washington Post, CBS News, CNN, and MSNBC. And when you click, I want you to look here. it might be kind of hard to see. Let me zoom out even more. Okay. So when you click on each of these logos, down at the bottom, it changes. It has the claims, the publication, the reporter, the category, and everything. I mean, this is clearly, seriously, a well done website. Let's scroll down and take a look at one of these. Zoom in a little bit. Okay, so you click on, let's do MSNBC. This is particularly a bad one. Claim. 1 month later, Republicans still can't avoid blame for the government shutdown. Publication, MSNBC. Reporter, Steve Bannon. Category, bias, omission of context. And they have all of these just like this. Guys, this is absolute gold. But if you want to go check out this website, go to whitehouse.gov/media bias. I mean, it's an incredible work of art as far as a website is concerned. I wonder who their website developer, their web developer is, because they are doing a fantastic job over there. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think of the new website by the Trump administration, the White House, exposing media bias? Do you agree with me when I say they are doing this kind of as a double-headed sword, or double-edged sword, double-headed snake, double-edged sword? I don't know. Maybe I'm mixing my metaphors here. But it's not just to expose media bias, right? It's not just for that. It's because their reaction exposes themselves. Do you guys agree with me on that? I think I'm onto something here. But let me know what you think down below in the comments. Like and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. But until then, I'll see you on the next one.